Hello and good evening, dear students. How many have joined? Just give me a hello in the chat. Yeah, I can see some of the students joining in. Arohan Singh Gupta. Oh, long time, Arohan. And we have Prabjeev joining in. Very nice. You can share the live link with your friends also, so that they can also take advantage of this amazing session. I prepared a very big session, and I have my throat cleared so that I can speak for hours and hours together. So very important session, and class 10 students. The board exam is very near, and we are here to help you out. And I'm sure this is going to help you a great deal. So all those who have joined just now, can you just write a hello in the chat? Vidya D'Souza. Oh, Kevin, I think that is Kevin. Some of my students, existing students, are also joining. Prabjeev is also my student. So others can also just give me a hello in the chat. Okay, so let us start the session, friends. So we have this CBSE class 10th paper coming up, and we all know how important is class 10th for all of us, right? So how do we prepare for that? I hope you must have sorted it out by now, and you must be prepared. But yeah, what are the top 50 questions which you should know? That is really important. So in this session, I'm going to take up around how many. Let's see how many students come in. You can call your friends. Just copy this live stream link and post it to your friends. Let them also come and compete with you. Let's see who will give me the correct answers for the questions which I will put up to you in the live session. Fine. So we have the first question coming up. So what basically we are up to here is we are going to solve some challenging questions. And by saying challenging questions, I mean we need to do questions which create competition among the students. There are some questions which are on the little bit on the more difficult side. So we are going to cover those questions also in the live session itself. So let's begin the session, and I hope you have your pen and paper ready with you because you need to solve a lot of things today. Okay, so hi, Arav, how are you? So post the live link. You need to call more people. Come on, we are still under 20 as of now. We need to have at least 50, 60 students attending, right? So let's call all the classmates, all the friends who are preparing for the board exam coming up your way next week. Okay, so we have the first question coming up, and I will solve everything to you, and I'll show you how quickly you can solve those questions and what is the best way of getting the full marks in the exam. That is important, full marks. Okay, so the first question is here. Very important question, and I tell you what, you can't avoid this question in the exam. So all the questions which I am putting up as of now to you, these questions are basically the questions which are of minimum 3 marks and maximum 5 marks. Okay, so my focus is 3 marks to 5 marks. So let's solve the questions, and I'll tell you the exact thing which you have to write, because CBSE marks are given according to the marking scheme. So you have half mark, 1/4 mark for the steps. So you need to be really careful, not to skip any step and not to assume anything, because the teachers, the examiners, they are not giving you marks for their knowledge. They are giving you marks for what you write in the exam, and that is why it is important to write all the steps. So watch how I solve it. Now, once you are given that a particular irrational number like root 3, you know that square root of 3 is irrational, right? So square root of 3, why is it irrational? Because 3 is a prime number. Now it is given that root 3 is irrational, so you don't have to prove the theorem here. That is one big mistake which the students are doing in the exam, right? They are actually solving the theorem also in the exam. So you need to make sure that you know that you don't have to solve the theorem, right? So I need to understand from all of you. Are you able to see me and hear me? Just give me a thumbs up or a yes in the chat. Are you able to hear me? Yes, sir. Okay. So no voice, Parvinder Kaur. I think you need to sort out because everybody else is telling me that they can hear me very, very loud and clear. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, dear students. Let's get on with the question. So once we are to prove that 7 upon 5 minus 2 root 3 is irrational, this is a 3-mark question. And I'll show you how you get exactly 3 marks. So first of all, in the solution, you will write, let us suppose, oh, this is assumption, okay? So let us assume or suppose that this term which is given here is rational. Now, once you say rational, we should know the condition when a particular thing becomes rational. The condition is really important because that is the condition which is you are going to contradict, okay? So if it is rational, then 7 upon 5 minus 2 root 3 can be written in the form of P upon Q. And the condition, now I am going to write the all important thing. If you don't write what am I writing here in the bracket, you are going to lose marks. So be very careful, jot down the important things. Where this P comma Q are, there are two things. One, co-prime. This is a very, very important word, co-prime. Integers, the second word. Okay. Co-prime integers. So P and Q do not have a common factor between them except one, and they are integers. And integers are not irrational, they are all rational. Okay. And Q, that is the denominator, is not equal to 0. Now, this is the condition, exact condition which you have to write. Okay. So after this, it is pretty elementary. You know, whenever you have square root in the denominator, like here you can see square root is in the denominator, the situation gets little tricky and students commit so many errors. So we are not going to do the error now. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to flip it. So whenever square root is in the denominator, just flip it. 5 minus 2 root 3 upon 7 will be equal to Q upon P. And now we can shift this 7 to the other side. So 5 minus 2 root 3 becomes 7Q upon P. Now what am I trying to do? I am actually trying to isolate. Means the square root term has to be on one side of the equality. Every time you have to do the same thing, okay? The square root term has to be on one side. That means on the LHS or on the RHS, you will have only one term. That is the square root term. Rest everything has to be shifted to the other side. Okay. Okay. Now, there are some doubts coming in. Sir, if we don't switch the bottom and top, is it wrong? No, 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 no. It's not wrong. It is the easiest way of doing it. You can cross multiply and then solve, no problem. Okay. So, here you can see we have a 2 root 3 which goes to the right and becomes positive, and 5 minus 7Q upon P. Now the next step is to take LCM here. So 2 root 3 will be equal to 5P minus 7Q upon P. I have taken the LCM here and shift the 2 also. So square root of 3 is equal to 5P minus 7Q upon 2P. Now this is the important step which you need to get to if you want to score full 3 marks in the question, right? Now what do? See the left hand side, we have isolated root 3 and it is given in the question that root 3 is irrational. So left hand side, after this we will write left hand side LHS equal to root 3 is, this is irrational. So I have to write irrational here. So let's not create a confusion. Let us write it as irrational, the complete thing. And what about the right hand side? Can you see any square roots here? We already told you that P and Q are integers and integers are rationals, right? So 5P, that is the right hand side, 5P minus 7Q over 2P. This is rational because P and Q are integers and therefore LHS and RHS can never be equal. Therefore, an irrational and a rational can never be equal. So this equation is Not possible. So the left hand side and the right hand side cannot be equal, and that means our assumption, that means whatever we assumed is wrong. That is why we got something which is wrong. LHS and RHS are not equal. And whenever assumption is wrong, what was our assumption? That this thing is rational, and this is wrong. And wrong means this is irrational. 7 over 5 minus 2 root 3 is irrational. Okay, now you can take a screenshot. I'll move away from the screen so that you know exactly what to do in the exam. These are the sequence of steps which you have to follow, and this will ensure that you will get complete 3 marks in the exam. So very, very important to understand that it is not only about knowing the thing, it is about producing it exactly in the form it should be given in the exam, in the paper. Okay, so let's see the next thing. We have the next question coming up. I hope you are taking the screenshots. Okay, and if you are missing out on something, this recording will be there on the channel afterwards also, no problem. Okay, here we have a question. So I have a question for you now. Can you factorize this number 111972? I mean, I need the prime factors. I know this is going to challenge you. So first of all, the question. Let's understand the question. Okay, what is the sum of all exponents? Sum of all exponents if 111972 is expressed as a product of its prime factors. Whew, big number, huh? 111972. Now I need an answer from you. What are the factors of 111972? So I need to factorize this now using the traditional approach of the basic factorization which we do at school level. Go for it. I'll give you 30 seconds to think about it and tell me the factors in the chat. So let's see who gives the correct answer first. The factors of 111972. No answers yet. Oh my God. 237. See, whoever is answering, I need the complete factors. It is not only about telling me by which number it is divisible. I know by which number it is divisible. I need the complete factors, please. All the factors in one message, if you can give. Okay. I have one answer there. Arav. Very nice, very nice. And it's really amazing that how did you get the prime factor 31 and 43? They are big, big prime numbers. And if you did it right now, thumbs up for you. Okay. So let's see. This is divisible by 2, obviously, right? So 2 fives are 10. 11 means 2 fives are 10. 19 means 2 nines are 18. 17 means 2 eights are 16. 12 means 6. This is how you start doing the factorizations, right? At the basic level. So you need to be really, really quick, okay? So likewise, another 2. 2 twos are 4. So 15 means 7. 19 means 9. 18 means 9 and 3. See, 27993. Now the number is slowly reducing, and slowly we will get to the other factors as well. Now 9, 9, 7 plus 2, 9 and 3. It is divisible by 3, right? So another factor 3. 3 nines are 27, then 3, 3, 1. 9, 3, 3, 1. And 9 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1 is not divisible by 3 now. So 3 is no longer a factor. Can we try 5? 5 is not a factor. 7, 7 ones are 7, and then 23, 7 threes are 21, 23 again, 7 threes are 21, 21 again, 7 threes are 21. So 1 triple 3 are the is the next number we obtain. So 2, 2, 3, 7. These are the factors, and rest of it is the most important thing where the students are going to struggle, because this question is a previous year question, and so many students thought that 1,333 is a prime number. It is not a prime number. It is divisible by 31, as correctly pointed out by Arav there. Very, very nice. And if you divide 1,333 by 31, you will get 43, and then 43 gives you 1. So the number 111972 can be written as 2 times, 2 times, 3 times, 7 times, 31 times, 43. This is the prime factorization. Now this is where most of the students will struggle, 31 and 43. So be careful about these big prime factorizations in the first chapter, okay? So all those who could not solve it, because I can see only two answers in the chat. So that is not a very good thing. 25 people watching. So okay. So 25 people watching, and you can post the link with your classmates. Let them also come and compete. Long session. Okay. So here you can write it as 2 raised to power 2, 3 raised to power 1, 7 raised to power 1, 31 raised to power 1, and 43 raised to power 1. So he's asking us to find the sum of all exponents. So the required sum of exponents will be equal to what? Look at all the exponents. 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and the answer is 6. Now this can be a 2-mark question, but if it comes in a 3-mark question, in a flash you will lose 3 marks, because there are these hidden big prime factors which are very difficult to spot. Okay, right. So Aditya, I did not ask you to write the factors. I asked you to prime factorize. Write it as a product of primes, which is a part of the fundamental theorem of arithmetic of class 10 syllabus. Okay, these factors which you have posted there from the internet, I can understand, because nobody can find so many factors in 1 minute. So it is based on fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So this is the way you solve this question, important for board exams. And let's move on to the next question now. Here, so if you want to try yourself, please go ahead and try. But if you want me to solve it, obviously I will help you out in solving this also. Right. So in this question, we have to find the greatest number of 5 digits. Now this is important. Greatest number of 5 digits, which is exactly divisible by these 3 numbers. See, whenever you are finding a number which is divisible by some given numbers, like if I ask you, tell me a number which is divisible by both 2 and 3. So you will say, oh, 6 is the number which is divisible by 2 and 3. And 6 is what? It is the lowest common multiple, LCM, right? And that's what we need to do in the question. Find the LCM. But will the LCM be your answer? No, it will not be your answer. That will be the first number which will be divisible by all the 3 numbers given here. And we need to find the greatest number of 5 digits which is divisible by all the 3 numbers, 15, 24, and 36. So let's solve it in the best possible manner. First of all, we are trying to find the factors of 15, 24, and 36, because I need to find the lowest common multiple, LCM, of the given numbers. So how do we find the LCM first? That is important. So this is 3 into 5, right? 24 is 8 into 3. So 2 cube into 3. And then 36 is 2 into 2, 4, 2 square, and then 9, 3 square, right? These are the prime factors of the 3 numbers which are given there. So to find the LCM, what do we do? For finding the LCM, we take the common factors first. Like here we have 3, here you have 3, here you have 3 square. See, I'm putting circles there. Don't do it in the exam, okay? This is just for your reference. So the highest power is 3 square only. For 2 cube and 2 square, it is 2 cube. And the uncommon factor 5 will also be a part of the LCM. I hope you remember how to use the fundamental theorem of arithmetic to find the factors of the given numbers, right? And then finding the LCM. Now you just have to multiply them. This is 9, this is 8, and this is 5. And 9 times 40, which is 360. That is the LCM of the given numbers. Now this is half question done. Now, where is the other half? So I'm getting already some answers there. Aroman has given the answer there. And see, double thumbs up for people who are giving the answers themselves. So you need to solve with me, okay? Because it is not my exam, it is your exam. So you need to make sure that you are solving with me. Okay. So many people watching and only 13 likes on the video. What happened? Click the like button. Come on. Okay. So 360 is the first number which is exactly divisible by 15, 24, and 36. Okay. Now what should we do? Here we are given to find greatest number of 5 digits, and we know that the greatest number of 5 digits is 99999. So I am going to divide this number by the LCM, which is 360. And this is the important thing here. How to divide 99999 by 360? See, everything is difficult. Once you say to yourself, oh, this is going to be challenging, then your mind starts processing it that way only. So say to yourself, it is not difficult. Okay, so 362 times is 720, which gives me a 9, a 7, and a 2, 279. Now I have to bring down the 9. Now I have to check 360 times how much is going to give me this. Let's check 360 times 7. 7, 6 are 42, 2, 4, 2, 2, 5, 2, 0. Very close, right? So 7 times is 2, 5, 2, 0. And then 9, 7, 2. 279 again? Wow, that's actually good, no? 279 is what I got here, and 279 is what I'm getting now. So bring down the last 9. Again, we get 7. So 2520. And I know that it is going to be 279 again. Now, job done. Okay, the division part is done, and the scary part is over now. The required number which we want to find will be the difference between 99999, the largest 5 digit number, and the remainder. See, I want to get rid of this remainder so that if I remove the remainder, the number will become exactly divisible by 360. So just subtract 360 from this and let me know whether you get the correct answer or not. Or is there a catch? If there is a catch, you need to tell me the catch. Come on. If I am doing here like this, you need to tell me how should I do it now. What is the next step? Yeah. Oh, come on. See, you need to tell me what is the step which we are missing out. Okay. So after division, now what you have to do is, if we know that 279 is what we are getting, so you can do multiplication of the quotient and the divisor to get your final answer. 278. I mean 277. I mean 278, 279. What is going on there? Okay, just multiply 360 and 277. Let me know what is the answer. 360 and 277 being multiplied together. What will be the answer? 279 final. 99720. I got a answer somewhere. 99720. This is the final answer for the question. Right? So here we are, a very important part of the class 10th syllabus. Okay, look at this application based question, and this you can't escape. Again, 3 mark question, and everybody please solve it yourself. I think you must be thorough with this question by now. The traffic lights at 3 different road crossings change after every 36 seconds, 60 seconds, and 72 seconds. So the lights are changing after 36, 60, and 72 seconds. If they changed simultaneously at 8 a.m., at what time will they change simultaneously again? So next time when they are changing simultaneously, we have to find that particular what particular time. Okay, so some doubts coming in. Yes, Navneet, we can subtract. That's what I was telling you. Just subtract and tell me the answer. And you can do multiply by 277 also. That will also give you the correct answer. Both ways it works. Right. So now coming to this question. So how do you score complete 3 marks in the question? So we have 36 seconds, 60 seconds, 72 seconds. See, if the lights change together at 8 a.m., then after 8 a.m., after 30 seconds, 36 seconds, one of them will change, right? After 60 seconds, that is 8 or 1 minute past 8, 6, that is the second light is going to change. And then after 72 second, third light. So they are changing at different times, right? Now we want to find out a time at which they change together again. So your time will be more than 8, right? It will move on and on. Your answer will cannot be after 36 seconds, they will to be together again. Your answer cannot be 60 seconds. It cannot be 72 seconds because after 72 seconds, these two has already changed. So your answer is more than these numbers, and therefore you have to find the LCM. So whenever your answer is more than the numbers, you have to find LCM, and whenever your answer is less than the numbers or equal to the numbers, then it is HCF. Now that is very important part. So the solution will have, first thing is you have to find the LCM of 36, 60, and 72. Now, how do you find the LCM? Again, you have to use the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, FTA, because that is your part of your curriculum, and you need to make sure that you are writing it in a proper manner. Okay. So 36 is 4 times 9, so 2 square times 3 square. 60 is 2 square 4 times 15. 15 is 3 and 5. And 72 is 2 times 2, 8. So 2 cube. 8 times 9, 72. 9 is 3 square. So here we have the factors, and you can actually, if you want to, eliminate the chances of getting your marks reduced by 1 mark because you did not show the factor tree. Show the factor tree, okay, in the exam. Yeah, don't assume that the examiner is going to give you full marks for not showing the factorization. So show the factorization also. I have done it directly here just to save time, but you have to show the factorization using the factor tree method. Okay. Now, using this, we can find the LCM. LCM will be, see, the common factor has highest power 3, so 2 cube. The common factor 3 has a highest power 2, so 3 square, and the uncommon factor 5. So this will be 8 times 9 times 5. This is 8 times 9, 72. 72 into 5 is 360. So the LCM is 360. And that means that after 360 seconds, these three lights are going to change together again, right? And 360 seconds. So lights change after 360 seconds, which is 360 upon 60, that is 6 minutes. So the lights are going to change after 6 minutes. And 6 minutes means he's asking us at what time they will change simultaneously again. So they change together at, now it was 8 a.m. and after 6 minutes they will change together again. So 8:06 a.m. is your answer for the question. And so glad that so many of you have given the correct answer already. Prabjeev has the answer and Rohan has the answer. Then Kevin has the answer. Anika has the answer. Very nice. Sir, can't we show it using prime factorization method? Is factor tree compulsory? See, everything that is in class 10th is compulsory. You can't assume that, that baby method of finding the, yeah, I call it the baby method, of finding the factors will work for you. If the syllabus of class 10th has factor tree, then draw the factor tree. Where is the problem? Why should you take a risk? Okay, let's move on to the next question now. Oh, okay. Coming to the important chapter of polynomials. Okay. So before I start this question, how many of you have shared the live link with your friends? I don't think many of you have done it because we have under 20 participants as of now. We need 40 to 50 participants. Come on, let's gather people. Let's invite them to join this live, and you can have good competition as well. Okay. So if you have shared it, well and good. If you've not done it, please pick up the link and share it on your WhatsApp groups. And my energy will depend on how many people are there. So I have a lot of questions prepared. So if you want all of them to come through today only and not postpone to tomorrow, then you need to bring in more people. Okay, let's have this question. If alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial, so here is a polynomial 5x square minus 6x plus k. So we have a k there, okay? Such that alpha minus beta is 1 by 5. Very important that you know alpha minus beta, because most of the times, the questions based on relationship between zeros and the coefficients, students know many things about this alpha beta type of questions, but they don't know alpha minus beta formula. Right? So very important that you should know alpha minus beta formula first. Okay, so let's do it, and we will see how quickly we can find the answer also. So px is given in the question as 5x square minus 6x plus k, right? So we will be using the relationship between the roots and the coefficients, right? And that's what the smartness is. How to manipulate this given alpha minus beta is equal to 1 by 5 in terms of sum of zeros, that is alpha plus beta, and product of zeros, which is alpha beta. Now that is a skill. Okay. So let's see how skilled we are. So here alpha plus beta will be negative b over a, that is negative 6 over 5, which is 6 over 5, and alpha beta is equal to c over a, which is k over 5. So we have found out the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Now what are we going to do with this? We are given that alpha minus beta is 1 by 5. So somehow this alpha minus beta equal to 1 by 5 has to be reduced in the form of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. And for that, you should know the basic thing. What is that basic thing? Square root of, what is the formula? You know the formula, all of you? Square both sides. Square both sides. Okay, we can square both sides, yes. But there is a direct formula also for alpha minus beta. Alpha minus beta is alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta. Now, if you check this formula, it is actually the formula of alpha minus beta. So if you know this formula, you know the subsequent steps. So let's put the values. Come on, it is your turn now. Put the values. Alpha plus beta is 6 upon 5. Alpha beta is k upon 5. Square both sides and get me the answer. What is the value of k which you obtain from here? Come on, your turn. 30 seconds for this, and then I'm going to move on. Let's quickly solve this. It's an easy one, friends. Come on. Don't let me down. Anyone willing to give the answer? Nobody? Don't make me practice, okay? It's your exam. So put the values. Getting 7 upon 10, okay, Arohan? 7 upon 10. Let me check. I'll check. So if I square both sides, if I remove the square root, this is going to be square, right? So 1 by 25. So if I put 6 upon 5 here, this will be 36 upon 25 minus 4 times this is 4k upon 5, right? 4 alpha beta equal to 1 by 25. Pretty easy. After this, just multiply throughout by 25, you will get the answer. 1.8, Prabji, we don't need to reduce it to decimals. You're allowed to give the answer in fractions. 9 upon 5, different answer from Alind. 7 by 4, another different answer. Oh God, what's going on? 7 by 12, Madhuri. So many different answers, huh? One question having 10 answers? Is that possible? Come on. Okay, now 7 by 4 is gaining majority. Anyone else who wants to give the answer? Just multiply this complete equation by 25 because 25 is the LCM here. Okay. So if you multiply by 25, you will get 36 minus 20k equal to 1. And so the 20k will be equal to 35. And so k will be equal to 35 upon 20, which is the answer for your question, 7 upon 4. So all those who gave 7 upon 4, double thumbs up for you. And who is the first one to give me the correct answer? I need to appreciate that. 7 upon 4, exactly 7 upon 4 is Kevin. Oh, nice, nice, Kevin. Very nice. And then we have Anna also giving the correct answer. Alind also giving the correct answer. Arohan, okay, your mistake, huh? Don't preserve the mistakes, okay? Do it now. Don't do it in the exams. Okay, right. Let's, can we move on? Right. Here we have, this is like a very, very important question. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Solve for x and y. So we have some dangerous equations there. So called dangerous, why I call them dangerous, because most of the students, when they see the question, they'll be like, oh my God, what is this? And don't need to, trouble yourself by telling to your brain, here is something difficult. So don't tell that to your brain. Okay. Just start doing it, attempting it. So what is the first equation here? Now what should you do? Here we have fractions, right? X over a plus y over b equal to 2. So why not get rid of the fractions first? If you keep the fractions, the question is going to scare you. So we don't want you to get scared, okay? Right? So let's first get rid of the fractions ab, right? So just multiply throughout by ab. A will get cancelled, so we have bx plus b will get cancelled, so we have ay equal to 2 times ab. Now this is the first equation. Now the second equation I will write as it is because that is not scaring me. Ax minus by equal to a square minus b square. And what should I do now? I can write this equation below it, doesn't matter. So I have to eliminate one of the variables now because I have to solve for x and y. So if there is an equation which contains both variables, it is not going to work for me. I need to first eliminate one of the variables. So how will I eliminate one of the variables? So let's equate the variables. Here we have plus and minus, right? So I will equate this. So I will multiply this by b and this by a. Can we do like that? So this will become b square x plus aby equal to 2ab square, and this will become a square x minus aby equal to a times a square minus b square, right? Add the equations, you have y cancelled out, and this will become x times a square plus b square equal to, on this side we have 2ab square plus a cube minus ab square, right? And I have some common terms, which like terms which I can simplify. So this will give me x times a square plus b square equal to what? A cube plus AB square. A cube plus AB square, which is actually A times A square plus B square. And job done. I'm so happy I got A square plus B square on both sides because I can cancel out that common factor now. So A square plus B square cancels out and we have X equal to A. I got the value of X and that's all. I don't need anything else. If I get one variable, I get the other variable also. So where do I put it now? Probably the simplest thing is to put it here, this one. Let's put it here, okay? So Bx, x is A, so AB plus AY is equal to 2AB. I can see A getting cancelled throughout, A and A. So B plus Y is equal to 2B. So Y is equal to 2B minus B, which is B. And therefore, my answer is x equal to A, comma, Y equal to B. Here we have the answer. Now, see, you can take a screenshot if you want to, because you need to solve it yourself, convincing yourself that this is going to work for you. Okay, so very important that you say to yourself, I will attempt this and I will attempt it without any error. That is important in the board exams. Okay. Okay, so we have some answers coming in there, right? So less competition. I know this is my first live session, so 20 students attempting, 25 students attempting. Not a bad thing, but yeah, the lesser the number of students, the lesser is the competition also. So you need to compete. Okay, so let's move on to the next question of this important chapter. We are into the third chapter, linear equations in two variables. Okay, so here we have again one of the very important questions in for board exams. So I'll just move aside and let you read the question because most of you must have seen the question before. But how much time are you going to take to get me the correct answer? Come on, friends. Infinitely many solutions. So, what should strike your mind when you read that infinitely many solutions? A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2 equal to C1 upon C2, right? That's what should strike your mind. So, how do you start the question? The first equation is x plus 2y equal to 1. The second one is a minus bx plus a plus by equal to a plus b minus 2. These are the two equations. So, for infinitely many solutions, we have a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 equal to c1 upon c2, right? So we need to just put the values here, a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2, all the values in this one. So let's put the values. A1 is 1 over a minus b, 2 over a plus b, and 1 over a plus b minus 2. Okay, so I have done half the work for you. Now the remaining half is at least for you. Okay, so I'm getting very less chat messages because I don't know whether you are solving or not, but now I'll wait for your answers. Tell me the values of A and B from here. Come on. You can equate any two. Okay, take two different pairs, first, second, third, first, third, whichever two you want to take, and you will get two equations in A and B which you have to solve and tell me the answer in the chat. Come on. What is the doubt coming in? Anika is asking, sir, means this type will come in 2026 board examination. Should we concentrate more on this type? All the questions today which I am doing, they are the most expected questions of 2020 exam. Most expected questions. So don't even try to leave even one question which I am doing today. Okay. So I hope that clarifies the doubt. Whatever we are doing is for board exams only, right? Sir, I have calculation problem in chapter 12. Chapter 12. Oh, okay. Everybody has it. Don't worry. You are not the only one. And CBSE doesn't test you for calculations, I tell you. They will give you questions which require a little bit of smart work. And if you are smart, you are not going to get trapped anywhere, okay? Right. So we have some answers coming in. Prabjeev is saying, oh, nice. A3, B1. And then Kevin has also given the same answer, A3B1. Very nice. See, some of you are really, really quick in giving the answer. So that's what you need to do. If you want to save time, participate with me. Okay, so how do we do it? I'll take the first two. So 1 over A minus B equal to 2 over A plus B. I will take the first two, and probably I'll take the what? I can take any two. Okay, the second 2 over A plus B, and what was the one here? 1 over A plus B minus 2. So just have to quickly cross multiply and solve. Okay, so this is 2A minus 2B equal to A plus B. This is 2A plus 2B minus 4 equal to A plus B, right? And then this becomes A equal to 3B, and this becomes A plus B equal to 4. See, smartness. And now A equal to 3B, just put 3B here, 3B plus B equal to 4, 4B equal to 4, B equal to 1. And if B is 1, put it here, A equal to 3 into 1, which is 3. Therefore, A is 3 and B is 1. This is the answer. Now look at this. This is the way you get complete 3 marks in the exam. Complete steps. Don't assume anything that the examiner knows it. Examiner will not give you marks for knowing something. They will give you marks for what you have written in the exam. Okay? Right. So I hope all of you have clicked the like button. Okay. So all of you have posted the link also of the video with your friends, and this will be saved as a recording on YouTube. Okay. So after the session is over, you can watch again and again. Okay. Right. Let's have another one here. Most important question, I tell you, you might be, remembering me after your final exam, board exam, that, oh, sir told this question is very important. Let's see. If the equation, so there is a big quadratic equation given there, 1 plus m square x square plus 2mcx plus c square minus a square equal to 0. Look at that big quadratic equation. But the important thing there is the condition. What is the condition given there? Has equal roots. Very important that you know, as soon as you hear that has equal roots, what happens to equal roots? When does a quadratic equation get equal roots? It gets equal roots when discriminant is 0. And discriminant is 0, that is what you need to do. And forget about what you have to show. That will be obtained directly. So don't bother about c square equal to a square 1 plus m square and trouble your mind. Okay. So just do discriminant equal to 0. Now for equal roots, so you need to write all these steps. For equal roots, discriminant is 0. That means b square minus 4ac is 0. See, I wrote capital BAC because small c, small a is already used in the question. That is why. Okay. Let's continue. B is 2mc whole square. Right? And then we have minus 4. A is 1 plus m square. And c is c square minus a square equal to 0. Now see, I just substituted all the values here, and I will try to now manipulate this to get what is required to be proven in the question. Okay. Right. Stick with me, friends. Okay. You need to actually participate well, and make sure that you have enough time, because I am sitting with the complete time now. I have to complete all the questions given here. Right. So let's open this. 4m square c square minus 4 times, let's multiply this, c square minus a square plus m square c square minus m square a square equal to 0. Since we have a equal to 0 on the right hand side, what can I do? I can cancel the common factor 4 on both sides, right? So I'll be left with m square c square minus c square plus a square minus m square c square plus m square a square equal to 0. Okay. See, I keep on telling you, don't trouble your mind. Just carry on doing the question. Don't tell to yourself, oh my God, this is getting heavier. It is not getting heavier. It is getting lighter. Okay. As you progress through the steps. So already see so many people are writing. They have proved it already. Nice. Very nice. Okay. So m square c square gets cancelled and just shift this minus c square to the other side becomes plus c square. So c square, and then we have this term and this term in which a square is a common factor and 1 plus m square is what you get. See, I did not even check what I had to prove. It is obtained by itself. And see, 3 marks for the question. So that's how you actually have to convince yourself that the questions are not difficult. It is just the thinking which makes it difficult. Okay. Right. So I hope you are enjoying it. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Enjoying the live session. Lot of good questions are coming up and challenging ones. I tell you, lot of challenging questions are coming up. Right. So let's move on to the next question. Here we have a question which is so frequently asked in the board exams. The speed of train questions. So just read the question once, and I know so many of you must be so well prepared that as soon as you see this type of question, you know what equation is to be formulated and what is the nature of the equation to be formulated. Okay, right. So let's move on and solve this question. A train travels a distance of 90 kilometers. So the distance d is 90 kilometers at a constant speed, and we need to find the original speed, right? So let original speed is equal to x kilometers per hour. Now, I need to check first thing, 90 kilometer distance at a speed of x kilometer per hour. So if I give you the distance, if I give you the speed, obviously you can find the time, right? Because time is distance upon speed. So I'll use that formula. Time is equal to distance upon speed, right? So original time is distance 90 over speed x. This much. That is the original time. And now I need to convert this to the new condition given in the question. Had the speed been 15 kilometer per hour more, see, original speed was x. Now he says the speed is 15 kmph more. So new speed is x plus 15 kmph. And when the speed increases, the time decreases, and the decrease in time is given in the question as 30 minutes. Because he says it would have taken 30 minutes less for the journey. So what do we have to do here? Original time is 90 upon x, right? So new time taken is again distance upon speed. Distance remains the same, 90, and speed x plus 15. Now these two times have a difference of 30 minutes because the comparative time is given in the question. It is not like complete time of going 90 kilometers and coming back. Okay, don't get confused. So the difference between the original time and the new time is 30 minutes. And how do you frame the equation now? Because you need to know which of these two times is more. So if the speed was x, then this was the time. And now speed increased. So the time decreased because if you increase the speed, obviously you will take less time. So this is less. Okay, very important. If you swap it, you have a wrong equation. So the difference in the times 90 upon x minus 90 upon x plus 15 is given to you in the question as what should I write in the on the right hand side? Tell me. What should I write on the right hand side? In the chat, please, quickly. You need to tell me what should I write on the right hand side. 45. Oh, that is the answer, I think. Okay. What should I write on the right hand side? Arohan has the answer. Very nice. See, don't write 30, okay? Because everything is in kilometer per hour. So 30 minutes means 30 upon 60. So half hour. You need to write half year. Okay. And after that, it is basic algebra. So if you're good in algebra, you will crack this equation and get your correct answer. So let's quickly solve it. This is x times x plus 15. 90 common, x plus 15 minus x equal to half. So x cancels out. 90 into 15. 15 nines are 135. I'll write this first. X square plus 15x. Okay, cross multiply with 1 equal to 90 into 15 into 2. 19 into 30. That is 2700. So you have the quadratic x square plus 15x minus 2700 equal to 0. Now this is the quadratic equation which you should obtain. Please check, did you obtain this, and just take a while in grasping this question first. I'm sure you must have understood what we are doing here in the question. Does it work? And what are the factors of this equation? Can you tell me the factors in the chat? Just need to know the factors. The factors in the chat, please. X square plus 15x minus 2700 equal to 0. 45 and plus 60 or minus 60? What is the correct answer? I need the factors. What are the factors of this equation? 60 and 45, is it working? 60 and 45, okay. So plus 60 minus 45. So x plus 60 and x minus 45 equal to 0. Obviously, you have to show the middle term split also, right? So x equal to minus 60, reject, because the speed cannot be negative, and that means x equal to 45 kmph will be your answer for the question. That is, the original speed of the train is 45 kilometer per hour. Okay. Okay, those who have joined just now, can you give it a like button? Just click the like button and share it with your friends so that they can join in and we can have a good interactive session ahead, because lots of questions are there and challenging questions are still to come. Okay, let's see another one, upstream downstream question, and I hope you are through with this now. Please don't tell me that the entire year has passed and you don't know how to solve questions of upstream and downstream. Don't tell me, please. Okay, right. So just read the question carefully and frame the equation. A motorboat whose speed in still water, see, speed in still water. So let's write it. Speed in still water is 5 kmph, takes 1 hour more. See, when he says 1 hour more, just like in the previous question, he said 30 minutes less. It is comparative time. Okay, so more or less, this much more or this much less is the comparative time. And whenever there is comparative time, you have to subtract 2 times. Okay, 2 different times. Subtract them and equate it to 1 hour. That is the catch. That is the most important thing you should realize in the question. Okay, so here we have takes 1 hour less, 1 hour more. I'll consider that later. Okay, now the distance is 12 kilometer and we need to find the speed of stream. So let speed of stream is equal to x kmph. Now these two speeds will not be used in the equations, right? Because the boat is either moving upstream or moving downstream. And so we need to understand this, that 5 and x will not be used directly in the equation. We need to convert them to speed first upstream speed upstreams and speed downstreams. And these two speeds will be used in the equations. In upstream, you always subtract speed of boat in still water and the speed of stream, and you add them in downstreams. So kmph, kmph. Now the distance is given as 12 kilometers, right? And the formula for time is distance upon speed. This is what I am going to use in the equations. So how do you formulate the equations from here? What is the time taken to go 12 kilometer upstreams? 12 upon that speed upstream, 5 minus x, right? This is the time taken to go 12 kilometers upstream, distance upon speed, minus, see, I told you comparative time is given, okay, not total time, okay, then see comparative, then return downstream. So distance is same. When you return from somewhere, you are traveling the same distance while coming back also. And downstream speed is 5 plus x, and this difference is given to you in the question as 1 hour. So we equate it to 1, and that's it. Formulation is done and you have the answer. Can you solve it quickly and tell me in the chat what is the answer for x? That means what is the speed of the stream? I'll wait for 30 seconds. Quickly in the chat, please. Your algebra skills have to be really good, because this chapter is a part of your algebra unit, right? So whatever you have done in junior classes, that is going to pay off now. Let's quickly see what is the answer. No answers in the chat till now. Still waiting for the first answer to come in. No answers yet. Solve this equation: 12 upon 5 minus x minus 12 upon 5 plus x equal to 1. Let's quickly see what is going on. Anyone who is willing to give the answer? Okay. Some students are really funny. Okay. Can we have the answer? Speed of stream. Okay, Prabjeev has given the answer. Anika Jindal has given the answer. Nice, nice, nice. Arohan has given the answer. Anna has given the answer. Very nice. Okay. So very quickly, if we solve this, I have a 12 common factor, right? So I'll have 5 plus x minus 5 plus x, right? When I take the LCM, right? And in the denominator, we will have 5 square 25 minus x square equal to 1. So I think you can do it from here. No problem at all. Okay. The rest of it, like, you need to be very, very quick in solving these type of questions. And the answer obviously is x equal to 1, which gives you what? Speed of stream as 1 kilometer per hour. That is the answer for the question. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Solve the following quadratic equation using quadratic formula. Now see, when he mentions the method, now this is also important for board exams. So many of the students, they do what they know. So if you are asked to solve a question through a particular method, you don't have liberty to use any other method. Okay, I know this method can be solved using factorization very, very easily, but factorization method can be used to check your answer, not for doing it in the fair work. For fair work, you have to do the quadratic formula only. Okay. And there is a very amazing thing about quadratic formula. When it involves such big coefficients, no, I know what is going to be the discriminant without actually having to solve the discriminant. I'll show you what. See, I'll show you what happens, and then you relate it with this equation, okay? Then we will check how you can find the discriminant orally also. See, A, the value of A, coefficient of x square 4, the value of B, coefficient of x, that is negative 2, A square plus B square, and the value of C, the constant term, it is A square B square. So we have A, B, and C. I am trying to find the discriminant first, which is B square minus 4AC. Let's put it here. B square minus 4AC. So I put everything here. Minus 2 square is 4. And then I will do A square plus B square whole square minus 16 A square B square. Right? Now when I open this, what will I get? See, 4 is a common factor. So I will have A square whole square plus B square whole square plus 2A square B square here, right? And 4A square B square here. That gives me minus 2A square B square. Now take a while, take a moment to digest this first. Have we done it correctly, or is there an error? You need to tell me now. I took 4 as a common factor. So I am left with 4 here minus 4A square B square. And when I open this, I will have plus 2A square B square. So plus 2A square B square minus 4A square B square gave me minus 2A square B square. And this will reduce to 4 times this complete thing is A square minus B square whole square. Check. Now, smartness is converting the discriminant into a whole square. Why should I convert it into a whole square? Do you know? Because I have to use the quadratic formula. And for quadratic formula, you know that there is square root of discriminant. X is equal to minus b plus minus root discriminant by 2a. This is the quadratic formula, right? So I have to do discriminant as a perfect square. If I don't write it as a perfect square, then I will have the square root remaining in the question, which I don't want. Okay. So minus b, where is b? B is this complete thing. So minus b, minus removes. So we have twice of a square plus b square plus minus root d. Now what is square root of this? Very easy, right? Twice of a square minus b square, and in the denominator 2a. A is 4, so 8. Got it? And now the next step will have your answer, because you just need to split it as the 2 and the 2 cancels the 8 4 times. One job done. Okay. The second, add them. A square plus b square plus a square minus b square upon 4, and then subtract them. A square plus b square minus a square plus b square upon 4. So you have b square cancelling out here, a square cancelling out here, giving you 2a square by 4, which is a square by 2, and 2b square upon 4, which is b square by 2. And that happens to be the correct answer, right? So how many of the students could solve this before I did it on the board? Give me a thumbs up if you could do it before me, because I am taking a lot of time explaining it to you. So I think most of you must have done it yourself. So does it work? Any doubts? I'm open to doubts also if you want me to. No problems? Can we move on to the next question? Okay, so the number of students are around 17, 18 now on my chat. So not very much, but yeah, you can share the link of the video so that, you know, even after I'm done with the session, they can watch all these important questions. Okay, let's see another one. Coming to the important chapter of the arithmetic progressions. If you have not done this question, you are to be held responsible, okay? Because every teacher will say, don't even think about missing out on this question. I am writing an IMP here showing that this is one of the very, very important questions for board exams, and you will remember me when the paper comes in the exam, okay? Right. Sir, can you explain the fourth step again? Fourth step? Which step? The previous one? Here? Fourth step in the sense 1, 2, 3, 4. This one? Yeah, I took 4 as a common factor. 4 and 16. I took 4 as a common factor, and then I expanded this a square whole square plus b square whole square plus 2a square b square. 2a square b square minus 4a square b square made it minus 2a square b square. And this actually is the formula for x square plus y square minus 2xy, which is x minus y whole square. See? Okay, doubt cleared? Done? Okay, let's move on. Yeah, so now comes the important thing. How do you do this question? Is this question involving a lot of calculations? I tell you what, no. No is the word, no calculations. So let's see the solution. So you have sum of n terms given as 3 into n square minus 4 into n. And we want to find the 17th term. And for that, you should know a basic rule. How to find a term given the sum of n terms. That is the important rule which you should know. And that rule is, remember, an is Sn minus Sn minus 1. Now, this is the important rule which all of you should know. And if you know this rule, you will crack this question like this. Okay? By hit and trial method? No hit and trial used here. In maths, only the hit and trial method works for factorizing the cubics and the biquadratics. Okay? There is no hit and trial apart from that. Not in arithmetic progression. Okay? Right. So this is the rule I am going to use. So if you put n equal to 17, because we are asked to find the 17th term, n equal to 17 will give you what? A17 equal to S17 minus S17 minus 116. This is the base of the question. And once you are okay with this base, job done. Next step is your answer. And where's the answer? Look at this. Sum of 17 terms. I just need to put n equal to 17 in Sn to get the 17th term. So 3 into 17 square, and look at the smart work now. What am I going to do is very important here, okay? 3 times 17 square minus 4 times 17. This is S17. Got it? And minus, I'll put it in the bracket, S16. Put 16 here. 3 times 16 square minus 4 times 16. Don't start removing the brackets. Please don't do it, because that's where you will land up spending too much of time on the question, and that too on a question which doesn't require that much of time. Okay, so somebody is saying hello, Rehan. If I'm not wrong, Rehan. Hi. Okay. So what I do here, see, watch now. Uh, Good things, mental maths is always good. Okay. Can you explain again the question? Okay, question is written there. This is the SN given there, and we have to find A17, sum of, 17th term. So we are using this relation, an equal to Sn minus 1. I just substituted n equal to 17. Okay. So how do I simplify this? Now, if you start opening the squares, we are doing a blunder. Okay. Watch. 3 times. Here you have 17 square minus 3 times 16 square. So we will write 17 square minus 16 square. Right? These are the first two terms here and here. Then minus 4 times 17 minus plus 4 times 16. So 17 minus 16. See, check. And next step, you will have your answer without any calculations. Watch. You know a square minus b square. It is a minus b, a plus b. A minus b, 17 minus 16 is 1. And a plus b, 17 plus 16 is 33. So what will be your answer for this? 3 times 33 minus 4, because 17 minus 16 is 1, and 33 into 3, 99, minus 4, the answer is 95. See? No calculations are to be checked by the examiners. They will not give you marks for how you did 17 square, how you did 16 square. They are going to give you marks for this answer after having approached this particular step. Okay, that is important. So most of you who have answered are answering after I'm done. I don't know whether I'm getting the chat little late in the chat box. That's okay. Okay. Can we move on? Very, very important question, friends. Take a screenshot, and if you want to ask any doubt from this, most welcome. Anything you want to ask from this particular question? Sir, can you explain? Okay, that was done. 95, 95, 95. This is what we are getting. Kevin, which step you want me to answer again? This is the identity. This is the identity which you have to remember. This is the formula. And in that, I just substituted n equal to 17 because I have to find the 17th term. So an becomes a17. And then s17 and s16 you can obtain from this which is given here in the question. Just by putting n equal to 17, you will get s17. N equal to 16, you get s16. And after that, I was focusing on how you make the calculations easier for you, right? Sir, I found the common difference first and then found the answer. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Once you are good in your calculations, then these things are not going to matter. I think you can perfectly do it yourself. Okay. How did you get 33? A square minus b square. What is a minus b? 17 minus 16, 1, right? And what is a plus b? 17 plus 16, 33. Okay. So, these are the things which will lay the foundation for the IIT JEE also. So, if you're good in all those things, no, all these basic things, you will be cracking the higher exams also very, very comfortably. Sir, honest opinion, is it possible to crack CBSE boards in 4 days? Why you want to crack it in 4 days? You are given one full year to crack something, and you can crack. Yes, why not? Scoring a 33 out of 100 is not at all a problem. 33, yes, we can get, but cracking doesn't mean coming in the top bracket. Okay, so passing, yes, you can do surely in 4 days, passing. But how will you compete with people who have worked out throughout the year? Right. Okay, let's move on to the next important question. Here we have another question of arithmetic progression. So let's quickly get on with this. Come on. If the sum of first 7 terms of an AP is 119, so I'll write the equation here for you. Okay. In 4 days, getting 70 out of 80. If you have not studied throughout the year, forget it. Okay. If the sum of first 7 terms of an AP, sum of first 7 terms of an AP is 119, and that of the first 17 terms, sum of 17 terms is 714. These are the two equations which are given to us, and he wants us to find the sum of first n terms. So we need to find Sn. Now, how will you be able to find Sn? For that, you should know A and D, right? Because if he is asking you to find Sn, your answer will be in n only. But A and D, those are the two things which you require. And where from will you get A and D? From these two equations. S7, n by 2, n is 7 here. 2a plus n is 7, so 7 minus 1 into d, so 6d equal to 119. Likewise here, n is 17, so 17 by 2, 2a plus 17 minus 1, 16d equal to 714. Now, 7 by 2, take it to the other side. You will get 2a plus 6d equal to 119 into 2 by 7. 2a plus 16d, 714 times 17 by 2 goes to the other side, 2 by 17. And now you need to simplify this part first. I can actually cancel a 2 here. See, throughout there is a 2. Here also there is a 2. So this cancels out, this becomes 3. This cancels out, this cancels out, this becomes 8. And this cancels out. See, smartness, this is what is required. 7. So what do you get here? You get a plus 3d on the left hand side equal to 117 divided by 7, 70 plus 49, right? So 17 times, right? And here a plus 8d equal to, cancel 17 4s are 68 and 34 2s are 17 4s are and 2s are 42. See, we got to two equations which are simple linear equations in two variables, and you will start getting the correct answer now. So we have Sumit joining in. Hello Sumit. You are a little late, but you can follow from here. We still have a lot of questions to come. Then we have Alind, I think, answering d equal to 5. I need a also. So let's solve this now. Subtract, minus minus minus, a cancels out, minus 5d equal to minus 25, d equal to 5. So correctly pointed out, d equal to 5. And just put d equal to 5 here. A plus 3d, 15 equal to 17. So a equal to 2. So we have a to d5. See, this is how you get the values of the required variables. And now he's asking us to find what? To find the value of Sn, sum of n terms. So we need to just put the values of a and d. Just now we obtained those values, right? And we will put it there and we will have the final answer. So Sn is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula. Obviously, you know that formula. So let's put the values n by 2. 2a is 2. So 4 plus n minus 1 into d. What is d? 5 into 5. So you have n by 2 times 4 plus 5n minus 5. N by 2 times 5n minus 1. This is the answer. And you can leave it here or you can write it as half 5n square minus n. This can be the final answer for the question. See how efficiently we found out the question, and very, very important. Okay, all these questions which I am putting up, they are really, really important. So all those who have joined just now, can you click the like button and share it with all your friends so that even they can also be a part of the remaining part of the stream. Okay, so as you progress through, you will realize that these questions are not difficult. They just need a bit of smart work. So I hope you are understanding all these things. And even after, I complete, this recording will be there on the YouTube channel. So you can take the link and you can watch it anytime as per your convenience. But solving live is really important. Once I give a question, you should be ready with the steps. So let's see how to solve the next question. Here we have a very, very important question based on applications of arithmetic progression. So let's see this. Here we have a question where there is this girl Prerna who saves rupees 32 during the first month, and then rupees 36 in the second month and 40 in the third month, and this is the trend. Okay, so as soon as you read the question, you should know that it is a question of arithmetic progression. 32 during the first month, 36 during the second month, 40 during the third month. And if she continues to save in this manner, in how many months will she save? A total of 2000. See, important word there is a total of 2000. Okay. So what should we do here actually? So can you help me out with this? I mean, is there a way out? How do you think about the question and what is given in the question? So we have something here. Like she is saving 32 in the first month, 36 in the second month, and 40 in the third month, and this trend is carrying on. So is 2000 a part of this arithmetic progression? Yes or no? SN is 2000, okay, right? Wonderful. So Arohan has an answer. He says SN is 2000. It is not AN. See, if this question is misinterpreted as in how many months will she save 2000? So it might be, after how many months she saves 2000. Like the amount she saves is increasing every month. So some month it will be 2000 also, right? We don't want to find that month, okay? We want to find after how many months the total saving is 2000, and that's where the sum is 2000 comes into play. Okay, so for this a is 32, the first term. Common difference d is 36 minus 32, which is 4, right? And sum of n terms is 2000. And for this I need to just um, write the formula of Sn, which is n by 2 to a plus n minus 1 into d, which gives me 2000. And this will probably give me a quadratic equation in n, which I have to crack and get to the value of n. That is the answer for the question. So let's see. N by 2, 2a. What is a? A is 32. So 64 plus n minus 1 into d. What is d? 4 equal to 2000. So n by 2, this will be 4n plus 64 minus 4 plus 60 equal to 2000. So I can cancel it 2 with the common factor 2 inside the bracket. So n times 2n plus 30 equal to 2000. I can cancel it common factor 2 throughout. So n times n plus 15 equal to 1000. So the equation which you get is n square plus 15n minus 1000 equal to 0. And now you need to tell me what are the factors of this particular. So already I'm getting so many answers there. Wonderful. Double thumbs up for all those who are participating so well. 29 likes on the video. Why not make it 30? Is there anyone who has not clicked the like button till now? All those who, I think, all the students who are still remaining here in the live session, no, they are the ones who are actually giving the correct answers. So wonderful. Okay, so n equal to 25. Most of them are saying n equal to 25. That means after 25 months, her total saving will be 2000, right? So I think what are the factors? 40 and 25. That's what works. So n plus 40 and n minus 25 equal to 0. N equal to minus 40 gets rejected because the number of months cannot be negative, and that gives n equal to 25 months as the answer. So that means when she saves, like first month 32 rupees, second month 36 rupees, third month 40 rupees, after 25 months she will have 2000 rupees in her kitty. Okay, so very important question, and these are the case based questions which normally you get, they'll give you a big paragraph to read, and from there you can actually find that particular answer. Okay, so even if this question comes as a case based question, I don't think there is a problem, right? You all know how to do it. Okay, let's move on to another question, very important, and this is also a previous year question of arithmetic progressions. Split 207 into three parts such that these are in AP. So the three parts into which this number 207 will be broken down, all the three parts have to be in AP, okay? And the product of the two smaller parts is 4623. The product of the two smaller parts is 4623. So you can frame the equations, maybe 30 seconds for you, and then I will solve this for you on the screen here. Right. So 14 people watching and doing, getting benefit out of this. Nice. Okay. So how many different ways are there in which you can assume these three numbers, three parts? Whenever you have to split a number into three parts in AP, always assume them as let the three parts be. Always take A in the middle and decrease by D on the left, increase by D on the right. Always take these three as the parts. Now, if at all the same question comes in with four parts, okay, I'm telling you the concept, okay. If at all the question comes in with four parts, then in four parts you have to assume like this. See, this is extra. This is extra, okay, not related to the question. If there are four parts, start with a minus d, okay, and then a plus d, and then reduce by 2d. So a minus 3d and a plus 3d. These will be the four parts if at all you are asked to divide a number into four parts in arithmetic progressions. Okay, right? Very important. So now three parts, A in the middle, A minus D, A plus D. So let's quickly see. We are splitting 207, right? So the sum of these three parts is 207. So A minus D plus A plus A plus D is equal to 207. So the D cancels out. We have 3A is equal to 207, giving A equal to 207 upon 3, which is what? 69? Yes. So A is 69. And after this, he is asking us another thing. He has rather given us another thing. Product of the two smaller parts is 4623. Smaller parts means this and this. This is the largest. So the product A minus D times A is given as 4623. And now we already know the value of A, right? So let's put A here. 69 times 69 minus D equal to 4623. And 69 goes to the other side in the denominator, and you will have 69 minus D is equal to something. And if you divide 4623 by 69, you will get, okay, you need to help me here. What is the value you get when you divide 4623 by 69? Come on, help me out in the chat, please. We are going to have the answer very, very quickly. $67? Is that 67? Oh, some high hellos are going on in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, 67, correct. So D is 2. And once you know D is 2, A is 69, you know all the three numbers. So you can write after this. Therefore, the numbers are A minus D, 69 minus 2, then A 69 and 69 plus 2. So the answers are 67, 69, 71. This is the answer for the question. Very important. Again, arithmetic progression has a huge variety of questions. Rather, this is the only chapter which has, infinite number of questions. So if you solve 100 questions of arithmetic progression, I can give you 100 more, which will sound like a little different from others. Okay, friends, let's move on to the new question. Here we have a question of arithmetic progression, which was asked in one of the exams, previous year exams. And you know what happened? So many of the students were like, what? It doesn't have numbers. What is this mth term, m plus nth term, nth term? That's how we confuse ourselves. That's how you confuse your brain. And when you say to your brain that this question is difficult, what is your brain going to do? Your brain is going to tell you, I'm not going to solve it. Okay, so you have to command your brain. You should convey positive things to your brain so that it comes out with positive things for you on the answer sheet. Okay, so let's quickly verify this. How do you solve this? What is given in the question? We are given m times the mth term am of an AP is equal to n times the nth term an. Now this is what is given in the question. See, I'm just going by the flow of the statement. If m times the mth term of an arithmetic progression is equal to n times the nth term, show that. Now I have to prove something, right? Show that. And I'll not bother about what I have to prove. I am just concerned about what am I given. And will I get to what is to be proven from this? Let's check. Because I know the formulas for AM and AN. So I will put the formulas first. Okay. So M times, what is AM? AM is, oh, I have to use the big bracket, right? So here we have the big bracket. A plus M minus 1 into D is equal to N times A plus N minus 1 into D. Like this, right? I'll open all the brackets now. I am not still concerned with what is to be proven, okay? Watch. M times A plus MD minus D equal to N times A plus ND minus D. Let's open further. MA plus M square D minus MD equal to NA plus N square D minus ND. See, I opened all the brackets. And now I have to prove that m plus nth term is 0. 0. And what does that hint? It hints that on the right hand side I should have a 0. So I will bring everything on the left. MA minus NA plus M square D minus N square D minus MD plus ND equal to 0. So I got a 0. But on the left hand side I have to make it proper now. How? First two terms, A is common, M minus N. Next two terms, D is common, M square minus N square. Next two terms, minus D is common, so M minus N equal to 0. See, what did I do? I paired the terms and I took out the common factor between the first two, the next two and the next two. And I got to a statement where I have a common factor in all the brackets. See, M minus N, here M square minus N square is M plus N, M minus N. So we have a M minus N here also and M minus N here also. So we have a M minus N in all the three, right? And when I have a M minus N in all the three, I can divide by M minus N to get to a simpler version of this statement. So what will I get? Divide throughout by M minus N. Divide by M minus N. So what will happen? See, this will get cancelled. So you have A plus M square minus N square is M plus N, M minus N, right? This is what. And so I'm dividing by M minus N. So M minus N will get cancelled. And I will have D times M plus N. So D times M plus N. And then from here M minus N vanishes, minus D equal to 0. Oh, big job done. The factor M minus N is gone. And now A plus. What is common in the last two terms here? We have a D common. And if I take the D out, this will be M plus N minus 1. Now I think this should be very clear. If you consider this as the term number, what is the formula for AN? AN is A plus N minus 1 into D, right? So this formula is for term number M plus N. Just check. A plus M plus N minus 1 into D. And what is on the right hand side? Is equal to 0. And this is what he was asking us to. Now, for all those who have not done these questions before, please do it. Even the person who was asking, can we score a 70 out of 80 in the last 4 days? Yes, you can. If you are through with the concepts first. But you have not done these questions before, do it in these 4 days, okay? And follow this stream which I'm currently doing on YouTube, okay? All the 50 questions which I do in this live session, or maybe tomorrow, because this will be a too long session, so requires patience. Okay, why only 22 likes? Still only 29 likes. Sorry, what happened to the 30th like? Somebody disliked, huh? You dislike maths also? Okay, never mind. Thank you. So let's see. Sir, so easy, sir. Somebody is writing so easy, sir. Okay, very nice. If you consider this as easy, your job is done and you are through with you are ready for your board exams. Okay, let's see the next question. So we have a question of coordinate geometry here, coming on to the next chapter. Okay, so what we have done till now is we have covered 5 different chapters. Okay, the first one, the real numbers; the second one, the polynomials; third one, the linear equations in two variables; fourth one, the quadratic equations; and fifth one, the arithmetic progression. So I have done a good number of questions already. So let's see this question from the chapter on coordinate geometry. Find the ratio in which the point 8 upon 5 comma y divides the line segment joining the point 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 3. Can we do it, friends? I think this is one of the basic questions and very important questions. Okay. Sir, will these questions be repeated in board 100%? Why not? Board exams is all about repetition of questions only. So if you see the chapters on surface area and volume, the chapter on what do you say, this heights and distances, the applications of trigonometry, more often than not, you get the same type of questions every year. Okay, so they are going to be repeated surely. And there are theorems, and theorems obviously will be repeated, right? Okay, let's understand this question. So we have a line segment with joints 1, 2, and 2, 3. So let's have this point A, 1, comma 2, and it joins the point B, 2, comma 3. And there is a point on this line segment, say here, say P, and this is 8 upon 5, comma 1. Okay. And we want to find the ratio in which this point P is dividing AB, and also we want to find the value of Y also. So there are two things asked in the question. One, what is the value of K? That is the ratio which we are going to assume. And the second thing is the value of Y. Okay. So the first thing we have to assume is let P divide AB in the ratio K ratio 1. K ratio 1. So this is K and this is 1. Okay. That is the first elementary thing in the question. Next, we have the section formula being applied. So the known coordinate is 8 upon 5. And 8 upon 5 is in the x coordinate, right? At the x place. So I'll be using the 8 upon 5 first. So section formula, by section formula, I will be applying section formula to 8 upon 5 first. K times 2 plus 1 times 1 upon K plus 1 is equal to 8 upon 5. I applied it to 8 upon 5. And now the y coordinate. And 3K plus 2 upon K plus 1 is equal to y, the y coordinate. So I applied section formula on the x coordinate and on the y coordinate, and all I have to do is to solve this to get the value of k, put the value of k here to get the value of y. Come on, now it's your turn. Please don't make me do basic algebra. Okay, you need to tell me what is the value of the ratio and what is the value of the y. Come on, I'll wait for 30 seconds. I'll have some water and you can post your answers. Y is equal to 13 upon 5 is what I'm getting. The ratio 3:2 is what I'm getting. Okay, let's quickly solve it now. Cross multiply this, you get 8k plus 8 equal to 10k plus 5. So you have 2k is equal to 3. So the value of k is 3/2. That means the required ratio is 3:2. That is the first answer. And if you put 3/2 here, y is equal to 3 times 3/2 plus 2 upon 3/2 plus 1. Right? So this will come out to be 9/2 plus 2 upon 3/2 plus 1, which is 13/2 times 2/5. 2 cancels out and you have 13/5. So the ratio is 3:2 and the value of y is 13/5. That gives you the answer for the question. See, basic question, but very important one, okay? Because this is one type of question where we have to, do justice to the question. So as you can see, the board has gone and that was the timer set. So we have these many questions for today's session. Tomorrow I'll be coming back live on the another link. So I'll be posting the link on various groups, so you can actually do a bit of practice and let me know what extra questions you want me to do. Okay, so 1 hour 45 minutes of live stream today, and tomorrow same time, 4 p.m. India time, I'm going to come live again and solve the remaining questions of the remaining chapters. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the live stream. And sir, please upload PDF. Sir, please upload PDF. A PDF of this presentation which I have made. You want me to upload this? Upload this where? Should I give the drive link? Oh, okay, okay. The description of the video contains my WhatsApp number also. So if you send me a message on WhatsApp, I'll send it to you on WhatsApp also, because this is not for me. This is for you. Okay. So if you are ready to spend time on these 50 most important questions, I'm ready to do that. Okay. Oh, okay, a lot of thank yous coming up. Yeah, double thumbs up for people like you. You were motivated enough to come and spare time and join in the live session. That is what matters to me. Okay. So, friends, I think that's it from me today. Long session, 1 hour 45 minutes is a long session, and I think we have solved around 20 questions and 30 questions coming up more. For maybe tomorrow we will have a longer session. So be prepared for and come with the complete time. Okay, maybe 2.5 hour session tomorrow, so that we can complete all the 50 questions, and you will feel more comfortable in actually getting to the board exam with confidence, entering into that with confidence. Thank you, sir. These questions were really helpful and helped me. Okay, very nice. And all of you can send me a message on WhatsApp. Okay, I'll send the entire PDF. No problem at all. This is for you. So, sir, take 24-hour session. Okay, sure, sure, sure. I'll have a bit of energy. I'll have energy drinks today, and then we'll have tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm not going to go. Okay, I'll go only when we are done with all the questions. So let's meet tomorrow, same time. Uh, See you all, and tomorrow we will have more audience. I hope you will share the live link with all your friends also, so that they will and watch this and feel comfortable. See you then. Take care, and let's meet tomorrow 4 p.m. India time. Bye bye. Take care.